realizes that I'm doing this. I'm just stepping out as usual, according to my commitment to just put myself out there, put content out there every day. I encourage you to do the same thing. You know, if you're looking to actually develop products, if you're looking to develop a profile, if you're looking to um, even go into publications online and stuff. A big part of it is just having the boldness and the courage to keep stepping out, keep stepping forward, and just put yourself out there. Do you know what I mean? Begin to find your voice by using it, which is what I spoke about yesterday. Um, but today I just want to talk a little bit. To be honest, it's more a question than an answer. Okay, you know, I'm not really coming here parading myself as someone who's got answers to everything. I'm more interested in kind of engaging in an honest conversation, because as we all know, the online space can be very, very busy, very loud, very insistent, and you know, sometimes I think I can again only speak for myself, but I'm sure I'm not alone in being a little kind of jaded with the just the barrage of information and offers that get thrown at us every day, particularly if you're coming into the space and you are looking to begin to learn how to make money online, you're looking how to begin building a business online. All of those kind of things suddenly put you in the kind of radar of kind of all of the marketing algorithms that exist, and before you know it, you are like receiving adverts on the various platforms that you frequent, trying to get you to click through and to sell, to buy things. And I've just, I guess, I guess in my heart, I'm just wrestling somewhat with the kind of the tension of being at once and absolutely foremost a Christian, and on the other hand, like actually operating in the online space and online marketing space. And how the two things can sometimes seem a little in conflict because there is so much hype and so many, quite honestly, there's a lot of lying goes on. I mean, it's not like absolute factual, I am telling an outright lie right now. But oftentimes the content that is presented to us is very curated. The case studies are the exception, not the rule. The language and the language of the sales world is psychological. It's designed to press all of our buttons. And sometimes I just kind of grow a little tired of all of that. Sometimes I kind of, you know, like you kind of, there's the raising of the eyebrows, you know, like, oh, this is the latest thing, or this is the next offer that's coming. And we're all very much a part of this ecosystem now. Really, the online, there's no choice but to begin to go online. There's no choice really nowadays but to begin to share your worth in the online space, because that's where everything is happening. And it's also where you can reach your audience. But how do we do that in a really honest and integrity filled way? How do we do that without crossing lines of integrity? How do we do that and maintain a real plumb line of genuine value that both honors us as product creators, okay, or trainers or coaches? So it's not that we kind of try and avoid the money conversation. It's not that we try and avoid the reality that we are in money is merely a means of exchange. But um, but how do we do that with honesty? How do we do that without kind of falling prey to all of the kind of hype that surrounds it? Because most sales pages will always kind of big something up and often utilize tactics like scarcity or kind of that fear-based marketing that tries to drive us to a sale instead of honestly guiding us to make the best decision for us at any given moment in time. And like I say, I'm not really coming here with answers, but I have noticed that a lot of kind of sales training, copy training, a lot of sales page lingo, and what it leverages is often someone's sense of inadequacy or ignorance, or a sense of lacking something, and it kind of leverages that pain to try and get someone on the other side of the buy button. I don't know. I just don't feel real comfortable with that. I do believe that sometimes we need a spotlight thrown on our blind spots. We need to understand that people are more often moved by pain than they are by pleasure. That, like, if we really understand the need and the urgency enough, then we will take action. The kind of default position for most people is to stay just the way they are. But we know that really we are change agents. We're here to help people move into a new space, grow into a new space, and really become much more fulfilled in what they're doing, and fulfilled and taking a hold of skills that will help them share more of themselves with the world. And at the same time, we've got to do that in an ethical way. And so, regardless of all of the kind of heavy salesmanship that sometimes takes place, oftentimes what will happen is we will be moved to make a purchase. Yeah. And then what will then happen is, on the other side of that purchase, we can feel what's known as buyer's regret. We can feel like, man, I've done this, and we do that as the action. We think we're taking action when we purchase something. Oftentimes, what isn't required, what you require is not another purchase, not another course, not another training program. What we need to do is recognize that our value is already inherent, that we are already enough, that we already have something worthy to bring to the world, that we already have skills under our belt that could be useful to help and to edify and to build someone else up. And so I just totally encourage you, wherever you are, whatever you've got in your heart, don't be too convinced by all of the kind of marketing speak that tries to make you feel less than adequate, that tries to move you through fear, or a fear of missing out, or like scarcity, all of that stuff. Like, this will only be here for the next 24 hours or whatever. I mean, seriously, there's so much more substance and value that we have to bring. And the greatest training, the greatest training and the greatest way to grow is to actually just to begin to do what you can today. Just begin to step out in the small ways that you can today. And I said in a blog post on davidleemartin.com, if you want to check out my website, talking about this same subject. I'm probably a great deal more eloquent when I sit down and write than when I speak. I said, ordinary doesn't sell. Just normal doesn't sell, which is why we have a lot of inflated, hypey type headlines and promises and guarantees and bonuses and all of this other stuff. But seriously, aside from all that, and there is value in some of that. There's, that I purchase a lot of things. I learn from a lot of people. But at the end of the day, the most valuable thing that you have, the most important thing you can do is not buy something else, not read something else, not watch something else, but actually recognize that you are the product of something incredible and powerful. You are the workmanship of God. You are the one that He shaped. You are the one that He made. And as you begin to share that with the world, as you begin to recognize that you are already enough, and from that foundation of completeness, from that foundation of wholeness and fullness, you can then begin to step out in whatever small way it may be and celebrate those small wins along the way, because they will increase. And as they increase, just continue to understand that God, in the midst of it all, in the midst of you building your audience, in the midst of you building your business, in the midst of you building wealth or whatever else it may be, God is building you. And this is the thing. There's a far greater thing taking place. There's a far greater work taking place while we work, and that is that God is building you. He's building your character. He's building the substance of faith and patience in your spirit. He's building your ability to communicate and bring your message and hone your message and craft your message and clarify the message that you've been placed on planet Earth to deliver to humanity. All of that doesn't take place overnight. All of that doesn't take place just in a little twinkle of the eye. It happens as we just take those daily steps and act in obedience to what we believe God has told us. And so by the grace of God, I encourage you with all of my heart that although there are 1,000 magnificent, valuable, wonderful, awesome things out there begging for your attention, I pray that your heart would attend to the Word of God, that your heart would attend to His voice, and that you would hear the Father speak so deeply to you that it will instill a confidence and a strength in your heart that, you've maybe never known up until this point. And that from that place, you are going to begin to share your world with the world. You're going to begin to share your worth with others in this online space, putting your words out there, putting videos out there, putting your voice out there in whatever ways we can leverage. I mean, I thank God for all of the wonderful opportunity that He's given us to be able to do this now. And and I'm just encouraging you, man, whatever way you can, get started. And for those of you who, like myself, have been on this road for a while, I encourage you, man, continue. Keep moving forward. Keep stepping out. Keep making moves. Keep believing. Keep putting your value out where it belongs. Because every piece of content that you put out, I'm excited now. Every piece of content that you put out, every time you step out and just say, hey, I'm just going to believe God for this. I'm going to let Jesus take care of the outcome. I'm going to allow God to bring the increase. But as for me and my house, we're going to believe Him, and we're going to continue to put our seed out where people can benefit from it. and people will benefit as you continue to do that. So, hey, massive blessings to you today, and I will see you